Our session right now, opportunities for realtors in different verticals of real estate transaction services. Our moderator for this session, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Ramesh Nair, COO and International Director, JLL India, to please join me on stage here. Please welcome him with a round of applause. Mrs. Scott Eisenberg, Director, Lakeshore India Advisory, Organized Retail. Please welcome him with a round of applause. Mr. Nair Bhattad, Director, Bhattad Group, Primary Residential Products. Mr. Umang Kuwadia, Director, Happy Homes Redevelopment. Mr. Rohit Podar, MD, Podar Housing, Affordable Housing. And Mr. Santosh Nayak, MD, Disha Direct Second Homes. Kindly applaud our dignitaries on stage, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Good evening. Audible? Excuse me. Good evening, friends. Welcome to this unique interactive panel discussions. We'll have a couple of audience rounds before we wrap up, so you can keep your questions handy. The topic for our panel discussion today is opportunities for real estate advisors in different verticals in transaction lines. We have a fantastic, very senior panel from a very varied spectrum of the real estate industry. The topic is very timely. Our objective is to get timely topics and the best panelists in front of you. We believe today is going to be an interesting session. I'll start with a quick introduction, self-introduction of the various panelists. If we could just do a 3-line introduction. Scott, you want to just talk about yourself and the firm in 3 lines?
Sure. Hello. My name is Scott Eisenberg. I'm with Lakeshore Investments and involved in the organized retail sector, so the mall space in India.
Rohit?
Hi, my name is Rohit Podar. I'm the Managing Director of Podar Housing, which is a pure play affordable housing development company in the suburbs of Mumbai.
Santosh?
Hi, everybody. First of all, I would like to congratulate the whole SMART team and all of you to being here since morning. I was telling somebody, gathering people is easy, but engaging them for a whole day is a very great job from all of you. We are Disha Direct, last 12 years in second home business. We coined the term, the second home word is coined by Disha Direct. We have completed 45 projects, around 12,000 customers. And according to me, it's the most neglected sector in the real estate industry. So I'll speak more on second home and opportunities in second home.
Nair?
Hi, I'm Nair Bhattad, Director at Bhattad Group. We are primarily into residential developments in and around Bombay, and we've been doing that for about last 10 years. Before that, we have mainly been land aggregators for a long time, and for the last 7-8 years, we've been doing residential development in Bombay.
Umang?
Hello. Yeah. I'm Umang Kuwadia from Happy Homes, Executive Director. Happy Homes has been the pioneers into the redevelopment sector since 1991 when the new DC regulations were enacted for redevelopments. We are a 35-year-old company and average age of the employees today is also around 35. So we are proud to say that we have a long way to go.
Thank you, Umang. So with that, let's move straight to the panel. I'll start with you, Rohit. Tell us 2 things, 2 unique aspects you've seen in the market over the last 12 months, which is different from what you have seen your entire life. You are one of the biggest players in this space in this state. So tell us two unique things you have seen.
Well, I think there's been a lot of interest since Narendra Modi ji has been Prime Minister on the affordable housing space. I haven't seen this level of interest in the space across the board, from developers to the financial sector, in my entire career. And second, I think the general trend has been for smaller size units, be it residential or commercial or even industrial.
Scott, you want to talk about retail? A couple of unique trends over the last 12 months?
Sure. The retail sector has had a tough time, has been quite obvious over the last several years. I think one major trend is that the well-performing shopping centers and areas continue to get better and better, and the developments that have had problems continue to get worse. I think the second major thing that's going on right now is that retailers have aggressive expansion plans but are having a hard time finding space, and are now focused more really on finding high street retail space in various areas in throughout cities like Mumbai.
Nair?
Hello. Yeah. One thing that we've observed is in the last 1 year, the entire focus has become more towards the customer, and with a lot of schemes coming out, possession link schemes, a lot of power is being transferred to the customer, and there are actually, if the brokers understand this, and there are a lot of customized solutions that are available from the developer. So that's one thing that has happened. Second thing is regarding the lot of infrastructure play which is coming around Bombay. That's going to have some impact on the residential market that we see in Bombay. So these are the two unique trends we are seeing.
What recently we have been observing in the last 1 year is that decision making is faster, much clearer, and realtors are starting to play an important role in the final transactions. And as he rightly said, the infrastructure close to the residential hubs or the commercial hubs has probably increased the sales and the velocity of sales.
Santosh?
Two things quickly. One is, while the markets are not very strong in city market, the second home market grew by almost 60% last year. I think that is the, a very optimistic and aggressive thing for us. And second thing is technology is, playing a very important role in 12 months. Not only I am talking about the housing portals or the way the real estate transaction or is saying the customer experience. So I think digital will play a very important role in the whole customer experiences. So I think these are the two things I have seen in last 1 year.
Rohit, let me start the next question with you again. It's not been great going for a brokerage industry over the last few years. There not hardly been any malls coming up in this city. Office vacancy, which went up to around 24%, at least it's now dropped to a 17% mark, but still office vacancy is high. Residential unsold inventory is close to 30 odd months. Our research says close to 80,000 under construction units are still available in the market. So where do you see the opportunities for real estate brokers today in this market? Because typically most of us in this room, I'm assuming 90% of us in this room would either do residential or maybe a 20-30% of commercial. Where do you see innovative brokerage opportunities for the room?
Well, I can speak from our perspective. There have been many reports since 2009 and more recently in the last 2 years on the affordable housing space and the definition of that. It's of course very widely varying, but for a metro like Mumbai, we define it between 10 and 50 lakhs.
10 and 50?
Yeah, 10 and 50. Now the thing is that it's traditionally, of course, a small ticket size. Brokers think that it's a lot of effort to basically get brokerage, but it's a market that's here to stay and to grow. There's over 22 million units of shortage in this space across the major metros of India. Furthermore, in rural parts of India. The stats are there, but there's a McKinsey report or a JLL report or a Cushman report or a National Housing Bank report. they all substantiate these numbers. With interest rates coming down, with ease of business becoming better, approvals hopefully coming in faster time in the foreseeable future, this sector is going to basically boom. Mr. Hiranandani actually gave a speech in the morning today talking about how business will change over the next few years. And if the Prime Minister's dream of 2022 of housing for all is to be achieved, it's all about basically being in the affordable housing space. So I think given that this is a very large trend in the market, it's good to align with...
How do you account for the time, Rohit? Because many people here, instead of doing a deal in Andheri, selling a 2 to 3 crore rupee apartment, why should they come to the peripheries and sell a 25 lakh rupee unit?
It's to do with demand. The demand is basically in these areas, 10 to 50 lakhs. End-use customers want it, investors want it. You know, from an investment perspective as well, we keep saying, would you rather buy a flat for 2 or 3 or 5 crores? If you want liquidity, you can't sell one bathroom. Whereas on affordable housing, you can buy 20 flats for 5 crores. If you need liquidity, you can sell 1 flat, 2 flats, 3 flats, 4 flats.
So are there buyers like that who come and buy 5 units, 10 units?
Increasingly so.
Okay, and do you encourage that kind of a model?
Well, it depends. We've got 85% of our customers being end use and about 15% being investors currently.
So bulk buyer is an opportunity for the audience here.
Absolutely.
Scott, you want to add to that? Opportunities for this audience?
So in the retail sector, there's very little new shopping mall space coming up. And there are a group of core brokers that really are involved in that space. I think the opportunity for retail brokerage going forward, as I was mentioning earlier, really is in the high street space. And I think that there are with the changes that have happened with foreign direct investment in retail, a whole bunch of international and domestic retailers that are expanding rapidly and are increasingly looking for space in neighborhood locations. And I think that there's an area, and especially with regards to F&B type users, but I think that there's a substantial opportunity specifically in that sector for this community.
Santosh, opportunities for our audience?
As I said, second home sector is the most neglected sector as of today, but the opportunities are immense. We are coming out with a small research report on second home. The demand in Mumbai itself is around 5 lakh units as of today.
So you want to define second homes for the audience?
Yeah. So basically the second home where you have a first home in city and you buy your second home for the holiday or vacation or for the investment purpose. We have, you know, any second home, we have any plots ranging from 6 lakhs onwards. We have budget apartments.
This 5 lakh units is for Mumbaiites or for across India?
It's only for Mumbai.
So the 2 million, the 20 million population of Mumbai, you believe 5 lakh of them will go and buy second home?
There is a demand of 5 lakhs. There are no projects are available. Means what we see, the wholesale, means the average sale in Mumbai around 10,000 units a year as of now.
So what's the pricing you're talking of the second home?
So that's why I told you that any plot starts from 5 lakhs onwards to 20 lakhs. The budget homes, the budget second home starts from say 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. The luxury second home starting from 25 to 50 lakhs and villas starting from 50 lakhs onwards. I'll just ask one question to audience. Who would like to own a second home in next say 2 to 3 years? Please raise your hand if possible. Who would like to own a second home? So I think there are a lot of people, almost 20% of the people here itself want to own a second home as of today. So I think this is the opportunity for, you know, all of you realtors to, you know, look at this. I was in the morning in Alibag. Means Alibag is the next big destination. People who are doing businesses, I think it will be a new Sobo. Means we are talking about South Mumbai, but it will be a new Sobo in next 3 to 5 years. There are a lot of developments happening in Alibag. So Alibag would definitely become a suburb of South Mumbai in next 3 to 5 years because of you know, the all-weather boat transport, Shivdi Nawa, Shillong. So I think these are the opportunities. Karjar is next big destination. And one thing, all this second home destination will eventually become a first home destination. I have a fantastic example for you called Talegaon. Talegaon we started promoting in 2005 at second home. The plot, you know, starting at 100 rupees a square feet. The flat starting at 800 rupees a square feet, and now the plot cost is 2,000 rupees a square feet, and flat is between 5,000 to 6,000 rupees a square feet.
20 times.
20 times. So I think all first home destination be it Karjat, be it Shahpur, be it Talegaon, be it Alibag, all eventually will become a first home destination, and it will give you a tremendous appreciation and return on investment on your property. So I think it's immense opportunity for all realtors to look at second home sector in a very serious matter. As Rohit says, the ticket size is very small, the margins are small, but the volumes are very big as of now.
Nair?
Yeah. So as I was telling earlier, there are a lot of infrastructure plays that are happening, be it the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link or the Coastal Road. I think that's going to have some impact on the dynamics. That means that some areas are going to appreciate more than the others. So that's something that people should consider. Second thing, as I again mentioned earlier, was regarding a lot of schemes are available with the developers. So this is a time when you try to understand the customer's need, sit down with the developer and something can be structured. And lastly, I mean, construction industry got a lot of bad rep because some people went beyond their approvals, or approvals took a lot of time. So I think from the broker community also, from the realtor community also, there should be some amount of due diligence that is on the, be it the land, be it the brand which is developing it. And I think that really differentiates one developer from the other, and the deliverability of their particular unit depends a lot on these things. So I think these are the things that people should evaluate, and I think it will make a big difference going forward.
Umang, you want to add to that?
Mainly in the south and central Mumbai, from where this entire smart organization also belongs to, the redevelopment sector are small buildings which are mainly with the landlords. And as a broker or as a realtor, it's very difficult for all of you to get into the land transactions on larger land parcels. We have people like JLM, etc., who would be doing large land parcels. But on the redevelopment side, I feel that more than 20,000 properties, cessed properties in Mumbai, out of which only 1,500 or 2,000 have developed so far. So there is a lot of scope for knowledgeable realtors to get into the sale of the landlord buildings to the developer. And by getting into that first transaction, automatically you would get into the second transaction of sale of the sellable product, because each developer would be making 10, 15 apartments on each of those redevelopment projects. So if there is a knowledge and a base by the developer, I mean by the realtor, there is a lot of opportunity in the redevelopment space. And recently, when we analyzed our entire sales data, last 1 year we find more than 40% of the transactions happening on the final sale product is coming from the realtors. So realtors have got a lot of scope. Also to tell you, the .com, which is a major different platform, has still not entered into the redevelopment sector. So the realtors like you could find much more faster transactions happening on the redevelopment sector as compared to the .com platform.
Nair, let me, Umang just mentioned that 40% of his sales happen through real estate agents. What would your number be for that?
We are at around 60%, 60 to 70% of our sales are through the realtor network.
Santosh?
The figure varies with us. Means we have almost 90% direct sales and 10%. So I expect, there is a lot of opportunity for all the realtors.
Rohit?
We're currently about 50-50.
50%. And Scott, in retail?
In the organized retail sector, there's intermediaries in every transaction.
100%.
100%.
Okay. Let me come to the next question. In terms of when you look at a real estate advisor, what are the top 2-3 things you look at before advising him? Is the qualities you would look at, some of his character traits, behavior traits, top 2-3 aspects to look at as a developer client?
The retail sector is very specific. It's very specialized. And in terms of evaluating and understanding intermediaries and brokers, it's really brokers that understand the product and try and get it inside the mind of the retailer and understand what the retailer needs, so that it's not just an introduction, but someone that is helping take the transaction from beginning to end with an understanding of how the transaction can fit together and make sense. And so, without getting into too much detail, the broker and retail transaction really needs to understand the needs of the customer, which in this case are the retailer, and sales and size and tenant fit-out requirements and building requirements and permitting requirements. And the difference between, I think, a really successful retail broker is someone that understands and gets into those issues and can then help really add more value to the transaction as it goes through.
Rohit?
For an affordable housing customer, knowing a broker actually has a lot of value because they trust the broker. There have been many projects in the past which haven't delivered the end product. Customers are always worried. So the brokers have a lot of value to add, specifically in our sector.
You want to add, Santosh?
Since we are in business for last 12 years, I have seen a lot of changes, in business terms and all. I see a lot of fear in brokers' mind in last few years with all this, online transaction, lot of, online portals coming into the market, whether we will survive or not. But mark my words, you are the community is going to rock in next few years. There is no, absolutely I am very sure in mind, because, don't have that fear, don't have कि अब मेरा क्या होगा ये सब होने के बाद. Only thing is, two things is what you should do is ultimate professionalism in the your trade. Be you are a single man broker or we have a Vinod Bhai with us who has got a large branch network. But professionalism is one thing, and customer focus. If these are the two things, see, technology is a tool. It's not it's not going to extinguish. It's not going to.
Santosh, let me ask you a question. Yeah. In the US, where the online industry started around 10 years back, in India it's been there only for the last 2 years. Has online brokerages impacted real estate non-online brokers?
What affected the industry is people go online, take all the information and go to the broker and do the transaction.
So the deals are still done by the broker?
Deals are still done by broker, but as I told you, there are two things. One is professionalism is in here, because I have all my properties, I stay in Thane, my office in Thane. All my properties are bought by my long-term brokers who is with me for last 20 years. So the way he has changed, he has become a very professional now. And of course, right from the day one, he was very customer focused. So these two things, and of course, the adaptation of technology. Means if you're not able to adapt the technology quickly, there will be not a hope for you. But I think I'll add one more thing, professionalism, customer service, and adaptation of new technology.
Nair, you want to add to that?
Yeah, we typically look at the deal closure experience that he's had. We look at the trust that we can build. We obviously look at the professionalism part. And as he mentioned before, I mean, this is ultimately a human game, right? I mean, brokers bring that human element. So how many ever .coms come, ultimately I don't have that human contact and the customer doesn't have that human contact which he has with the broker. So this is an integral part of the system and is going to continue. And I think, using technology wisely will obviously help everyone to reach a long way.
Umang, two things you expect from a broker?
Yeah. Basically, in the product segment of more than 3 crore onward kind of inventories or properties, what we see is the credibility factor is the most important factor, for which you have family doctors, you have family brokers. And we have seen this trend in the last 10 to 15 years, that the family who wants to buy a new home is generally going to be a local buyer. He's going to go with a local broker. He may not look at a global broker when he's looking at a local property. And second point is that the broker has to transpire the entire transaction details, what he takes from the developer, and try to arrange the meeting of transparency before exchanging the money. Because otherwise, if there is a less transparency by the broker on the entire payment schedule or delivery cycle, then sometimes, there is a khatta meetha game at the end of the transaction, which should not happen. So as a word of caution, we always suggest that let brokers take entire details from the developer and then get into the marketplace with their clients.
One thing I would
Santosh,
like
you want to
to
add something?
I met, one of the largest e-commerce portal in India. I don't want to name the name of the portal. Yesterday I had a meeting and they want to associate with us to sell our homes. And it is only they say, ki, just list on us. All the transaction I have to do, I have to give the customer experience. What I have to do is whenever the customer is close, I have to go online and book through them. They are not going to charge me anything. So what they are doing, it's a more of a, if you know it's a GSV. They want to increase the GSV to increase the valuation. So
Eyeballs, basically.
it's a GSV. Means if suppose I sell a 50 lakh property, everything is done by me. I go there, the customer books there, say paying by say 20,000 rupees. They'll give me that 20,000 rupees back, but that 50 lakh rupees sale is booked by the e-commerce company. And real estate is the only, the sector which will give them the large value transaction. Otherwise, in e-commerce, the transaction has been hundreds and thousands and maybe a few transaction lakh of rupees. But in real estate is the only where. So don't worry about all those, the portals and all these things. We are going to stay forever for real estate industry.
I'll take a couple of audience questions before we come back to the panels. Any questions here for the panelists? Please, sir.
My question is to Mr. Nair, Disha Direct. Sir, I have been your DSA. I'm sorry to ask you this question in public and in this forum. Please don't take it bad, but this is awareness and answer I need very bluntly from you. My investor has put in the money in the Shirol, landmark hills. I have been chasing your office for more than 100 times. I've asked for an appointment. There is no development and my investors are chasing me. Even yesterday I spoken to your office and Shraddha Mohite, she said she will come back to me. Even I asked for the option for switching over to that agri farm. Please, I have been chasing you for almost 5 years now. 10,000, 2010 I have invested.
Maybe a one-off.
And why don't you have guts to come back? And you want brokers to suffer.
Maybe a one-off situation.
Please give me the answer.
Yeah.
I'm very, very sorry to ask you in this forum.
Problem. Miss,
Please do that.
I'm open for this question. So when we sell 12,000, 14,000 units, we have completed 45 projects till now. There will be some issues. I'll be personally look into it. Let me complete, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll personally look into it. This project, we know there is some issues and we'll definitely look and we'll complete the things, whatever has been committed. And if you, I'll mail you I'll give my telephone number. We can definitely look into this.
I have your numbers.
Let's move to a couple of other questions.
Okay.
We'll come
But
back.
please reply me. Otherwise, I will have to come back to your office, please.
Any other questions in the audience before we go back? Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. This question is to the entire panel. We're talking about opportunities here. Okay, so every small to big broker, every small broker, big broker, mostly they specialize in one sector, maybe two, when they have a team, and they stick to their localities, or maybe a couple of localities, maybe more, or maybe a city. Now, we as brokers, we get a client to you. This is for the builders. And I'm not complaining. I'm trying to create another opportunity, which is a win-win situation. It is an idea where I would like your comments. So we get our clients to you. We make a sale. The client becomes yours forever. What I mean by this is all your future projects are marketed directly to the clients, correct? I mean, that's the way this industry is working, from the biggest developers to the smallest ones. What I propose, and I have an idea here, is that how about touching that client again through the same broker so that he never diverts the client from your projects or your future projects. What will be at stake for you will be 1-2% brokerage at max, but you can be rest assured that all the brokers will be working towards your projects for a life.
Rohit, you want to?
It's an opportunity wherein it's a win-win opportunity for the realtors as well as the developers. I would like your comments on this. Why doesn't this happen, or how much would it be? How much would be at stake if any of you all start doing this? JLL as a company are a bigger player in our own fraternity, and similarly, there are some developers as well. So this is a joint question to all of you all. Thank you.
I'll answer the question from a JLL point of view. So typically for office, when we do a transaction, it's part of the fee agreement that if the client expands with the developer will still kind of pay a fees. Some developers agree, some developers don't, but that's there in the contract when you try and do a office transaction. Our residential play is still not very big. We are investing in it, but it's a great idea. My question to the audience is: are there developers who do such things within? Have you heard of names?
I would like to, gentlemen.
Omkar is somebody who does that. Who?
I would like to answer on behalf of all the
if you could
fellow
name
realtors
3-4
here.
developers, it'll be good for the audience.
Yeah. I'm saying I would like to answer this on behalf of all the developers, or rather all the brokers, that yes, each and every developer has this practice. It's a common practice that's been running for years. But I think it's a loss. It's a loss where my same client would like to invest in that same developer's project, the future projects to be precise, and I would probably divert him. There are major chances that I will divert him, right? I mean, let's be practical. I will try to divert him.
My question is, who are the developers who pay you that fees even if he takes a...
I haven't come across even one till today.
Anyone who's come across your group? No.
Anyone who has come across?
No.
That's fantastic. So,
seems like
probably
a
there may be a handful of them which we may be able to count on fingers. But this is an opportunity that I'm trying to create here, more than a complaint.
Rohit, you want to just take
Ramesh, on the suggestion coming from the audience, we as
Ronak.
developers.
My name is Ronak.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'm Ronak.
We as developers would be happy to tag the client to the broker or the realtor. The problem is, a couple of times, the transactions between the first and the second could be 10 years. In that case, the systems, the technology, everything has to get tagged. So it's a matter of suggestion, but I think now with ERP and SAP system coming into the developers' offices, I think we can look into this particular suggestion. And just to say that very recently we had couple of such kind of instances, whereas Happy Homes, a client bought a 3-bedroom, the broker was paid a 3-bedroom brokerage, he moved into a 4-bedroom, we paid the differential brokerage also. So it's a matter of relationship which I think the developers also should honor for the realtors.
Great. So before we wrap the session, I just wanted to have a quick fire round with the panelists. So just one word answers to the questions I'm going to be asking. Increase, decrease, or going to remain the same? So just tell increase, decrease, or going to remain the same. I'll start with for the next 12 months in Mumbai. We're just looking at next 12 months in Mumbai. Increase, decrease, are going to be the same. Office rental?
Increase.
Increase. Increase.
Increase.
Increase.
Retail rental?
Increase.
Increase in some areas, decrease in some areas.
Decrease in most of them.
Decrease.
Stable.
Residential values? Next 12 months Mumbai.
Same to decrease.
Segmented. Luxury decreasing, affordable housing increasing.
Stable.
Increase at inflation.
Yeah, mainly, it's not going to increase at the rate of bank rates or the FD rates.
Just give a same. Okay. Interest rates?
Same.
Down 1%.
Down.
down 1.5%.
Decrease.
Sales are good in the last 3 months.
Cap rates?
Depends what sector, but retail, decrease.
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 FDI?
Again, it's sector specific. I'll say same.
Same.
At least a moderate increase.
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 Could increase.
HNI is coming back into the market. We know the last couple of years HNIs have moved out.
Same.
Same, okay.
Stable.
Stable.
Same.
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 Distressed deals available in the market. Is it increase, decrease, same?
Increase.
Increased.
Increase.
Same.
Increased.
Great. So with that, we'll come to the end of the panel because the organizers are warning me to get out of my seat. So before we wrap up, some quick takeaways from this panel. I know it was quite a short panel. We just got 30 minutes, but we still managed to cover a few things. So few key takeaways from the panel. In terms of unique trends, Rohit felt interest in affordable housing is definitely picking up. Buyers are quite comfortable with smaller sizes. Scott said the good are getting better and the bad are getting worse in terms of retailers. Many retailers today focusing on high street. Nair mentioned developers are customizing a lot more to suit the buyer's needs. Umang spoke about customers taking faster decisions. Santosh felt the broker is playing a much more important role than before. Second homes, he said, is actually demand has gone up 60% and technology is also playing an important role. With regards to opportunities for the broker community, Rohit felt 10 to 50 lakhs, the mass market, it's a volume-driven game. That's a very big opportunities. The Housing for All scheme of the government will only push up these opportunities. Bulk buyers is another big opportunity he sees. Scott felt high street again is going to pick up. International retailers looking for high street. F&B retail is something which is again a big demand driver. Second home, Santosh felt 5 lakh units is the demand of the 20 million population of this city. Plots again is picking up. Developers willing to offer schemes, take advantage of that, and better advice in legal is definitely an opportunity for the audience here. Umang spoke about how 20,000 cess properties are available in the city, so land deals on those cess properties and post which selling apartments in those, again a big opportunity. In terms of the percentage of retailer, percentage of sales they do with brokers, that varied at around 40 to 50% mark. So that's a very important industry you are representing, we are representing here, doing 40 to 50% of all sales. In terms of expectation from brokers, the panelists felt you need to understand your product better, you need to get into the mind of the customer, build more trust. Advice on whose product to buy is very important. Professionalism is again important. Customer focus needs to improve. Deal closure experience is something the panelists look at. The human element is important. Nair mentioned about that. Umang spoke about how credibility is important. Think of your family doctor who you keep going back to. You need to be a family doctor to your clients in terms of real estate. Be more transparent. Ronak gave a very good idea here of paying fees for repeat clients. I wish all the 1400 developers in the city listen to Ronak. In our quick fire round, everybody felt over the next 1 year, office rentals in Bombay is going to go up. Retail rentals will more or less remain stable or go down. Residential values, all the panelists felt is going to be more or less stable. They don't see it going down, but neither do they see it going up. Interest rates, unanimously everyone felt is going to go down. Cap rates again is going to go down. FDI inquiries everyone felt is going to increase in the sector. HNIs more or less going to remain stable. They don't, panelists don't see HNIs coming back in a big way. All the panelists felt the distressed deals in the market are going to go up. With that, we come to the end of this panel. We had a terrific panel. I hope the audience enjoyed this. Thanks a lot again for the panelists for this panel. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I request you to please stay back. We'd now like to present a token of appreciation to our dignitaries on stage, and I'd request Mr. Deepak Milwani to please come forward and present a token of appreciation to Umang Kuwadia ji, please. Requesting Gautam Malik to please come forward and present a token of appreciation to Mr. Nayan Bhattad. Requesting Mr. Gulzar Chopra to please present a token of appreciation to Santosh Nair. Requesting Vijay Singh to please present a token of appreciation to Ramesh Nair. Requesting Mr. Sanjay Ingle to please present a token of appreciation to Mr. Rohit Podar. And I'd like to invite Jagat Singh to please present a token of appreciation to Mr. Scott Eisenberg.